Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Native English Podcast. This is our cozy little English podcast studio, and we are so glad you're here. I'm John.
And I'm Sarah. Today's topic is very special, John, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Because this one small word we are discussing today can change your whole way of speaking English.
That word is would. Wow, such a tiny word, but it has so much power.
Learners hear it everywhere, in movies, in podcasts, and in real conversations on the street.
But the funny thing is, many learners feel so nervous using it. They think it's some kind of advanced grammar monster.
A grammar monster. I love that. But actually, would is very human. It helps you sound polite, gentle, thoughtful, and natural.
Let's start very simply for our friends listening. When you say would, you are often talking about imagination, politeness, choices, or soft ideas. It's not about strong commands.
Exactly. Let's compare two sentences to show the difference. Imagine you are at a cafe. You could say, I want coffee.
That's very direct, a bit strong maybe, even a little bossy.
Now say, I would like coffee.
Immediately softer, kinder, more polite.
That's why would is everywhere in real English, especially in daily life. Let's talk about restaurants. It's the classic example. You don't go in and say, give me water. That sounds quite rude, doesn't it?
It really does. You would say, I would like some water, please. That's natural English and very safe for beginners to use.
Yes, if you're ever unsure, would like is always a great choice. Now, Sarah, let's slow down and explain something very important.
Very important. Would is not just about time.
Right, many learners think it's just the past tense of will, and while that's true in some cases, it's mostly about attitude. It's about how you feel and how you want to sound to the person you are talking to.
That's a great way to put it. It's a tool for social connection.
Exactly. Now let's talk about imagination. This is where would gets really fun.
I love this part. We use would to talk about things that aren't happening right now, but we can see them in our minds.
Like a dream?
Yes. For example, I would travel to Italy if I had the money.
Italy. Pasta, sun, old buildings. I would love that too. Notice I said I would love that. I'm not in Italy right now. I don't have the plane ticket, but I can imagine it.
And that imagination is what makes conversation interesting. If we only talked about facts, life would be very boring.
True. I am John. I am in a room. I am talking. Boring.
But if you say, I would like to go to the moon, now we have a real conversation.
So would is the bridge between reality and our dreams.
That's a beautiful way to say it, John. Now, let's look at how would helps with being polite when we ask for things.
Like requests?
Yes, instead of saying, open the window, which sounds like an order from a boss, you say, would you mind opening the window?
It sounds so much nicer. It gives the other person a choice, even if we both know they will probably do it.
It shows respect. In English culture, showing respect through your word choice is very big.
Let's look at another one. Would you help me with this bag versus help me with this bag?
The first one makes me want to help you. The second one makes me want to run away.
See, would makes people want to be around you.
Now, John, what about the word would when we talk about the past? Not as a past of will, but for habits.
Oh, that's a slightly more advanced one, but it's so common in storytelling. When we talk about things we did many times when we were younger.
Like, when I was a kid, I would play outside every day until the sun went down.
Yes, it's like saying used to, but it feels more like a warm memory.
I would visit my grandmother every Sunday. It sounds like a movie scene in my head.
Exactly. It carries a bit of emotion and nostalgia.
So we have politeness, imagination, and memories. That's a lot of jobs for one little word.
It really is. Now, let's address the fear. Why do you think learners are scared of this word, Sarah?
I think it's because of those long grammar tables in textbooks. You know, the second conditional or reported speech. Those names are scary.
They really are, but you don't need the name of the rule to use the word.
Exactly. You didn't learn your first language by reading grammar tables. You learned by hearing people say things and then trying it yourself.
That's what we want for our listeners, to just try it. Say, I would like tomorrow when you buy your tea or coffee.
Or say, I would love to see you to a friend.
It's about building a habit of softness in your English.
And don't worry about being perfect. If you say, I will like coffee, people still understand you.
But when you use would, you feel more like a native speaker. You feel more in the language.
Wow, we've covered a lot already, but I want to talk more about would in choices.
Like would rather?
Yes, that's a great phrase. I would rather have tea than coffee.
It's a very clear and polite way to show what you prefer.
Would you rather go to the park or the cinema?
The park. I would rather go to the park because it's a sunny day.
See, we are using would to navigate our daily lives and our friendships.
It's a very social word.
Now, John, imagine a learner named Michael. Michael is at a dinner party with some new friends. He wants to be polite, but he is afraid his English isn't good enough.
Poor Michael. We've all been there.
He wants to ask for the salt. He could say, give me salt.
But he remembers our podcast.
Exactly. He thinks, let me use that would word.
So he says, would you please pass the salt?
And everyone smiles. They think, wow, Michael's English is so good and he is so polite.
That one little word changed the whole energy of the dinner.
That's the magic of would.
It really is. Now let's talk about offering things to people. This is another big one.
Would you like some cake?
I would love some cake. Thank you, Sarah.
See how natural that is? Would you like is the standard way to be a good host.
Would you like to sit down?
Would you like a drink?
It's much better than saying, do you want a drink, which is okay, but would you like is the gold standard.
It makes the guest feel special.
And that's what we want, for our listeners to feel special and confident when they speak. So we've talked about would as a bridge to dreams, a softener for requests, a way to share memories, and a tool for being a great host.
What about when things go wrong? Like, I would help you, but I'm busy.
Ah, the polite no. This is very important.
Yes, if you just say, I can't help you, it sounds a bit cold.
But I would help you, but shows that in your imagination you want to help, but reality is stopping you.
It shows your heart is in the right place. I would come to your party, but I have to work.
It's a very kind way to decline an invitation. It preserves the friendship.
I use that one all the time.
Me too, haha. Especially when I'm feeling a bit lazy on a Friday night. I would go out, but I'm just so tired.
It's the perfect excuse because it sounds so sincere.
Wow, we really have been talking about would for a long time. Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does. But before we move on, let's recap the main points for everyone.
Point 1. Use would like instead of want to be polite.
Point 2. Use would to talk about your dreams and imaginary situations.
Point 3. Use would you mind or would you for gentle requests.
Point 4. Use would to share sweet memories of the past.
Point 5. Use would to say no in a kind way.
That's a great summary, John.
Thanks, Sarah. Now, I want to share a little story about when I was learning a second language.
Oh, tell us.
I was in a small town in France, and I wanted to buy a loaf of bread.
Okay.
I walked in and said the equivalent of, I want bread.
Very direct.
The baker looked at me and didn't smile. He gave me the bread, but he seemed a bit annoyed.
Oh no.
The next day, I learned how to say I would like. I went back to the same baker.
And?
I said, I would like a loaf of bread, please.
What happened?
He beamed. He gave me a big smile, asked me how my day was, and even gave me a little extra piece of cake for free.
Wow, all because of would like?
All because of would like. It showed that I was trying to be polite in his language.
That is the power of a single word. It can change your whole experience in a new country.
It really can. It turns you from a tourist into a guest.
And we want all our listeners to feel like guests in the English-speaking world.
Welcome, guests.
So, John, what is the one thing you want everyone to take away from today's episode?
I would say don't be afraid of the grammar. Focus on the feeling.
I love that. Focus on the feeling.
If you want to feel polite, use would. If you want to feel like a dreamer, use would.
And if you make a mistake, don't worry. Just keep going.
Because every mistake is just a step on the road to fluency.
You are doing so well just by being here and listening.
You really are. It shows you care about your progress.
And we care about you. We love making these episodes for you.
We really do. It's the highlight of our week.
So if you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel.
And tell us in the comments, what would you do if you won the lottery tomorrow?
Oh, good question. Practice your would sentences in the comments. We read every single one.
I would buy a big house.
I would travel the world.
I would give some money to my family.
We can't wait to read your dreams.
Well, Sarah, I think that's all for today.
I would agree.
Good one.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep being awesome.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.